What's up, everybody? Liv here. Welcome back to the channel, and thank you guys for watching. All right, so listen, there's a little bit of noise in the background because I got my fan going. If I had the AC on, it would be a little louder, and so I'm trying to get this video done for you guys because I'm really excited to talk about it. I'm going to be talking about 6 different changes CZ can make right now to their CZ P07 line that will skyrocket this firearm all the way to the top of the charts when it comes to sales. All right, so here's what I'm going with this. I've done a couple other videos on the CZ P07, and I talked about how I would pinch my finger when I would shoot because the trigger guard kind of goes up, and so when I would shoot it would pinch my trigger finger, and so it kind of annoyed me. But anyway, that is not what we're talking about today. We're talking about some changes that CZ can make right now that people will be running to the stores to get their hand on this firearm. This firearm is in OD green, by the way. All right, so here are my changes. You guys can let me know what you think. I love when you guys comment down below. And outside of that, we're gonna get into this video. First things first, it has to be optics ready. It has to be optics ready. Now, I understand this is the second version of the P07. The first version didn't come with like front serrations, and there were a couple other changes, and then they got this version. But with the new version, it needs to come optics ready. And I know that wasn't big back then when this firearm came out. I want to say it was 2014-ish. I could be wrong. Do your own research. But optics ready wasn't a thing on pistols, so that wasn't an option for CZ. But now that it is an option, and for the most part, it's expected on any new firearm. If they upgrade this to include an optics ready version, they'll be right on point. Number 2, CZ is known for their light triggers. I mean, hello, competition shooters, CZ, right? They're known for their triggers. This trigger, again, this firearm is unloaded. This double action is, it's heavy. It's heavy and it's stacky and it's yuck. All right, single action, lots of take up, but not bad. Even if they don't fix the single action, because this is a decocker option on this firearm, you can do safety or decocker. Because it's a decocker, I think the trigger, the double action trigger, needs to be a little smoother, maybe a pound or 2 lighter. It feels like it's like 10, 12 pounds. Good grief. More like 12 pounds. They could definitely lighten that up, okay? CZ has the ingenuity and the technology to lighten up that trigger. So they definitely need to do that if they release a 3rd version of this. The 3rd one. This is considered a duty pistol, right? When they advertised it, it was considered for duty. You don't have to change much with the sights. However, the rear sight, I would like it to be raised just a little bit. You see this notch right here? Raise this up so that if you're in combat or you're on duty, you can rack it off your belt. I can go like this and rack it. I can rack it off a tree bark. I can rack it off a fence. I can rack it off a chair. I can rack it off my boot. I should be able to rack the slide without using my other hand because it's made for duty. There are other firearms that do that, that have a raised rear sight where you can rack it off. So no excuse there, CZ. I think that should be an option if you're going to be considering this to be a duty pistol. Number 4. I think the slide release / slide takedown could be a little more streamlined. You see how thick it is and how it protrudes? Some people, I'm not right-handed, but some people are right-handed and they say that their thumb can't get to it. I have long thumbs. It is a little kind of difficult to, if it's if the slide is locked back, it's it's a little difficult. It can be a little slippery, but I think they can streamline that just a bit more for those right-handed shooters. It doesn't bother me anyway because I'm left-handed, so I just kind of take it to the side and rack it that way. But certainly they can streamline that The decocker is fine. You know, they don't have to put much work into that, but definitely streamline the slide lock slash takedown lever. At this point in time, we need to have 3 magazines. CZ, there are other firearms that you guys mail out to us that have 3 mags. Okay? We need 3 mags. That's just what it is at this point. You will win your customers over with 3 magazines. I'm telling you, we are here for it because these magazines are hard to find. Then you have to order them, and especially when they're coming from factory, we trust factory. We trust that you guys made a great decision when selecting the magazines, and so 3 mags is minimum. All right, and the last thing, number 6, the last thing that CZ can change on the P07 to make it a top tier pistol that would just sell out of stores everywhere is the grip texture. Okay, you give us exchangeable back straps, great, but the texture, there's not a lot of texture there. You see, that's like, it's kind of gappy. It's not a lot of texture there. It's not a lot of texture on the side, especially up here, right? And that's where you hold it really high to mitigate that recoil. Now, majority of the time, and we know this for the most part, your grip texture is important in the front and in the back. But in the back, like I said, is very limited. But on the side, it does help when you are maybe shooting one-handed, okay? Holding that firearm, getting your grip solid, and being able to mitigate that recoil. So they could do a better job up here with the grip. But again, if they could do these 6 things, make it optic ready, lighten up that trigger, especially the double action, raise the rear sight, streamline the slide lock slash takedown, add 3 magazines, and give it some more grip texture, oh my gosh, winner, winner, chicken dinner. And to be honest, listen, I don't run a manufacturer. I've never worked at any type of firearms company. I don't know all the money and intricacies that go into making this possible. But I would surmise that it's not a lot of money that CZ would have to put into this to make this possible. They already have the blueprint. All they need to do is just tighten up a couple of things here and there that customers will want, and they could put this right back on the market, kind of like what Glock does with their Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5, and I guarantee you Gen 6 is going to look the exact same way. They could follow the same blueprint Glock does, and Apple does for that matter, and probably Coca-Cola, and really make a winner out of this, except in this situation, they will really be changing the things that customers want, or in my case, the things that I want. But anyway, you guys let me know how you feel about this. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you're doing well. Treat one another with kindness, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Peace.